For 20 years, the United States Department of Agriculture's McGovern-Dole International Food for Education and Child Nutrition Program has changed the lives of children and their communities across the globe by ensuring that children have access to the nutrition they need to focus on learning. Through the generosity of the American people and the expertise of American farmers, the Foreign Agricultural Service at the United States Department of Agriculture has sent more than 1.3 million tons of food to those in need across the world, from the mountains of Nepal to the valleys of Sierra Leone. More than 5.5 billion daily school meals have been served under the program across 48 countries, and more than 31 million people have benefited from the social safety nets that are strengthened by this incredible program. During this time, USDA has demonstrated a valuable lesson. A lunch can change a life. Ambassador George McGovern's career in public service began with a free lunch. He enlisted in the Army over the Navy because the Army recruiter gave him a free meal ticket. After distinguished service in World War II, Ambassador McGovern became a U.S. Congressman and Senator, representing his home state of South Dakota. He later served as the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Food and Agricultural Agencies in Rome. Ambassador McGovern was a fighter for American farmers, and he wished his own legacy to reflect his efforts to end hunger around the world. Senator Bob Dole was also a decorated American hero who earned 2 Purple Hearts and a Bronze Star for his bravery and sacrifice in combat. He served as a congressman and senator, representing his home state of Kansas. Alongside then-Senator McGovern, Senator Dole improved and expanded USDA's food stamp, school lunch, and women, infants, and children nutrition programs. When focused on international hunger, Senator Dole emphasized the importance of programs that would not just hand out commodities, but, in his own words, coordinate and accelerate the export of America's most valuable product, our farm know-how and show-how.
I've never known a piece of legislation that amounted to very much that was not bipartisan.
We actually had children suffering from hunger.
These men from opposite sides of the aisle came together to not only improve food security programs for Americans, but to expand the generosity of Americans to those who need it most, vulnerable children around the world. Senator Dole and Ambassador McGovern's legacy now lives on through the McGovern-Dole International Food for Education and Child Nutrition Program, which in 2022 is celebrating its 20th year of changing lives around the world through school meals. The program helps support education, child development, and food security in low-income, food-deficit countries. Through the donation of U.S. agricultural commodities, plus financial and technical assistance, the program supports school feeding and maternal and child nutrition projects. In addition to providing school meals, McGovern-Dole projects implement a variety of complementary activities to support school communities, such as teacher training, installing or improving safe water and sanitation facilities, strengthening parent-teacher associations, and many other activities that support child development and keep children safe, healthy, and learning at school. Independent evaluations have shown that McGovern-Dole projects achieve results, including improving literacy rates for school-age children, reducing feelings of hunger, and building the capacity of school, community, and national stakeholders to implement locally owned school feeding programs. Through the promise of a quality meal at schools, McGovern-Dole projects are effective at increasing school enrollment and attendance, especially for girls. For many children around the world supported through the McGovern-Dole program, the meal that they receive at school may be the only reliable meal that they receive in a day. U.S. farmers and producers contribute to the success of the program by supplying U.S. commodities that create nutritious, culturally appropriate school meals. Alongside U.S.-produced agricultural commodities, McGovern-Dole projects also support the addition of local ingredients, such as fresh vegetables and animal protein, that further improve school meals and support local producers. The generosity of American farmers is matched by the expertise of McGovern-Dole's implementers, who design projects built on local knowledge coupled with best practices in school feeding, literacy, and nutrition.
The McGovern-Dole program has been very impactful. First of all, it addresses the food security needs and nutritional needs of many of the children we serve. It also provides the opportunity for education to students that wouldn't have that opportunity otherwise. And then it also brings in families and the community to support the initiative. And in Guatemala, the women came and helped prepare the food. The community joined in with that. So this has been a stimulus in many areas of the world.
McGovern-Dole projects strengthen communities by bringing stakeholders from the local education, agriculture, and health sectors together in a way that builds on schools as centers of the community.
McGovern-Dole school feeding programs are life-changing for the children, their families, and even the communities. They give the poorest families a powerful incentive to keep their children, especially their daughters, in school. And by sourcing foods from smallholders, they help farmers earn a living and boost local economies. In Rwanda, the reading comprehension of children in the program has shot up from 49% to 78%, and regular school attendance has increased now to 92%.
USDA remains committed to strengthening Ambassador McGovern and Senator Dole's legacy by sharing American farmers' productivity and generosity with the world. As the McGovern-Dole Food for Education and Child Nutrition Program evolves to meet the needs of tomorrow, children and their communities will continue to benefit from the life-changing potential of a school lunch. This has been a presentation of the USDA's Foreign Agricultural Service and partners.